Hi everybody, and welcome to my laboratory. And today we are running a lab to see how plants intake sunlight to make chemical energy. Through the process of photosynthesis, which also involves oxygen and carbon dioxide. I am the Morton High School lab technician, and I'm wearing my mask and my goggles, and I'm ready to start this lab. We know that plants need sunlight to do photosynthesis, but what happens in the dark? So we're doing two experiments where we're going to put plants in a dark biodome with sensors for oxygen and carbon dioxide. And we're doing a transparent biodome with a special light that will go through to see how oxygen and carbon dioxide levels change with this UV light, which I control here with a switch. See? So this light will be hitting our plant and see how it converts carbon dioxide into oxygen, and when there's no sunlight in the dark, how it does cellular respiration for energy, taking in oxygen. But let me remind you quickly that if you were in class here at school, you would also be wearing goggles. It's very important for your safety. Now, let me show you what our specimen. We're using spinach today for our experiment. We're going to put some spinach inside the dark biodome, just a few leaves, as you can see here. And we're going to seal our dome really tight. And we're going to be doing our readings with this object called a lab quest. You would be using these if you were here in the building with us. Here's a close-up. You can see the sensors. We have the red, which is carbon dioxide, and we have the green, which is oxygen. It'll be in both domes. Let me turn this light on so the UV light can start entering our dome, and our spinach can start doing photosynthesis, releasing oxygen, and hopefully the sensors from our lab quest will pick them up. You can see inside the dome is completely clear. You can see the light going right through into the spinach. Let me seal that up. And now in the dark biodome, we're going to zoom in and see that it's completely dark. No light is in there, so the spinach is going to have to do cellular respiration. It's going to breathe in oxygen and release carbon dioxide, which is not photosynthesis. See, we have our lab quest plugged in, and it's already starting to take some readings of the carbon dioxide levels, which is the red. And here's our clear one. It's also doing the same thing, and the oxygen is on blue. Compare both of them. You can see that the apparatus is running correctly. You can see the oxygen sensor and the carbon dioxide sensors picking up how the readings are changing. On the dark one, the carbon dioxide levels are going up and the oxygen levels are going down. Now let's take a quick look at the clear one. Same thing but backwards. The oxygen level is rising and the carbon dioxide level is going down. It's taking in the carbon dioxide to make photosynthesis, to make energy of the sunlight. And we're going to plug it in eventually to this computer with this little box, LabQuest Mini, that sends the information into your computer. And with the program you have in your laptops, if you were here, you would be using it. We would be graphing the data as it collects it. Alright, now it's plugged in. I'm going to send the information to my computer now that we have the correct readings, and I'm going to hit collect here. And you can see to the left, it's already starting to pick up readings on the CO2 levels and the oxygen levels. And on the right, it starts to do a little graph. You can see how the lines start to move. They started about the same, but then they'll eventually start changing. Here's a close-up. The red line for the graph is the CO2 or carbon dioxide, and the blue line is the oxygen. We'll be collecting data for 10 minutes on both of them, on the light and the dark. Now I've connected the dark. I'm going to let it run for another 10 minutes on my laptop, on the program. I'm going to hit collect data, and it'll start taking readings, putting them on the left side, and on the right side we'll start graphing them. You can see here the graph started even lower for the carbon dioxide in here, but I'm sure it'll pick up. Okay, now that we have collected our data on the computer and charted, we're going to compare charts and see the difference between cellular respiration and photosynthesis. This one right here is the dark, where the carbon dioxide levels went up because the spinach is taking in the oxygen, so it goes down. And you can see here in the light, carbon dioxide went down because the plant is taking in the carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. You can use the charts and the dotted lines for your lab work. Goodbye everybody, have a pleasant Mustang day.